What's up, my top 6 community? Welcome back to the channel. And the final international break is upon us. It's here and it's about to go down. 2 rounds of games left to wrap up the proceedings, with the first set on Thursday, in which Jamaica will travel to Trinidad and Tobago, and Curaçao and Bermuda will face off. And then the second round of games will be on Tuesday next week, in which Trinidad and Tobago will face off with Bermuda, and Jamaica will tackle Curaçao at home in Kingston. And that fateful game on Tuesday, November the 18th at home against Curaçao is the only game that Jamaica needs to win to wrap up and book their spot into the World Cup 2026 next summer. And yes, you heard me right, that's the only game that Jamaica needs to win from the 2 remaining games to book their spot in the World Cup. Take out your phone or whatever device you use, laptop or anything, look at the group and look at the point standing, and you will see that this is the only win we need to go in the World Cup. As a matter of fact, let me show it to you for myself. Now, this is the group as it is right now after 4 games. Jamaica is sitting on top with 9 points. Curaçao is in second on 8 points. Trinidad is on 5, and Bermuda sits at the lower end on 0 points. And let's say, hypothetically speaking, on match day 5, which is coming up on Thursday, let us say that Jamaica goes to Trinidad and lose that game. Put it, say, Trinidad give them 2 love, and then Curaçao beat Bermuda, in which that is the result that everybody is expecting in that game. This is how the table will now look after match day 5, with Curaçao now on 11 points, Jamaica still on 9 points, and Trinidad on 8 points, and Bermuda still stuck on 0 points. Now let me show you the table on match day 6 with that all-important game against Curaçao, that must-win game. If we go into that game and beat Curaçao, this is how the table will now look after all games are completed, with Jamaica on 12 points, top in the group. Curaçao will be on 11 points, and if Trinidad beat Bermuda, they will also be on 11 points. Jamaica would top the group regardless with that win over Curaçao. Now, I'm not saying that we're going to go to Trinidad and not play to win that game. Of course, we're going to put all our efforts in. We're going all out to win that game. But I'm just saying that the Curaçao game at home is the more important game. And once we maintain our 100% win record at home, we should have nothing to worry about in this group. Now, if we go to Port of Spain and beat Trinidad and Tobago, and Curaçao beat Bermuda, we will only need a draw at home against Curaçao to make it to the World Cup. But if we draw or lose to Trinidad, that Curaçao game turns into a must-win game. And nonetheless, even if we beat Trinidad and Tobago and only need a draw against Curaçao, I still want to beat Curaçao at home, because that is our home ground and we need to maintain that 100% win record that I'm telling you about at home. So we need to beat Curaçao regardless. And that Trinidad away game is going to be a tough game. We need to win that midfield battle. Steve McClaren's squad selection is kind of strange. He only included 5 midfielders in the squad. The man select about a dozen defenders and a dozen forwards and only 5 midfielders. We know that Casey Palmer is out. Ravel Morrison was available for selection and he didn't select him. But the midfield battle is very important to win away at Trinidad and Tobago. We have to get the tactics right. The good thing that I see in these 2 games is that the Trinidad game comes up first, and the more important game, we have that last. So Steve McClaren will have a little leeway in that Trinidad game to try a few things, try some tactics, put some players here and there, and see how it works. And if it works, we can stick with that tactic to go in the Curaçao game. And if it doesn't work, we can make a few changes. So that is one of the good things that I see from these 2 games. But nonetheless, I know that the boys can do the job, get 2 from these 2 games and go on 15 points and top the group in style and make it to the World Cup. But either way, as I said, a win at home and the whole nation will be celebrating. Trinidad, I heard, got a new addition to their attack, a young man that plays in the MLS by the name of Ronaldo Mikel or something like that. And Jamaica also got a new addition to their defense in the likes of Rico Henry, a left back that plays in the Premier League. He plays for Brentford. He hasn't been getting a lot of game time, but we know his quality. He's a good player and a good addition to the Reggae Boys squad. Steve McClaren should be going for a strong lineup in this first fixture on Thursday against Trinidad and Tobago. This would be my starting 11 for this game. Now in goal, we know it's a no-brainer. Andre Blake in goal. At right back, I would have Lambo Kisa, and the centre-back pairing would be Richard King and Ethan Pinnock. And at left back would be, if Rico Henry gets his passport in time and ready for selection, he would be my first choice left back. But if not, Greg Lee should be good in that role. And for the midfield now, Isaac Hayden as the CDM, and in front of him would be Ian Frey and also Bobby Reid. That would be my midfield three. And for the front three now, I would have Dujan Whisper Richards on that right flank. In the centre forward position would be Shemar Nicholson, and on the left flank would be Renaldo Cephas. And we know the changes go already. Kaim Dixon is an automatic sub in 65-70 minutes. Also, we have Demari Gray. Karai Anderson is also on the bench. Joshua Anglin is also there for selection. Bailey Kadamar Terry. We have a lot of substitutions, people that can come on and impact the game. So, Steve McClaren may choose a little different, but nonetheless, should be a strong lineup with good tactics to go on and get these 3 points in Trinidad and Tobago. Now, let me know in the comment section how different would you pick the starting 11, and what are the changes that you think Steve McClaren will make, and what you think is our best 11. And as I said, the game against Curaçao in Kingston is the most important game of these qualifiers. It's the only game that we need to win to book our spot in the World Cup. Please share your thoughts in the comment section, like up the videos, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next one.